depending on where you are, let's just open up the space. I need a new drum. One day I'll be able to afford it. Oh, that's Joan Sutherland playing in the background. I wonder if that's going to get me into trouble. Apparently the laws on YouTube are quite, what's the word? Strict. Welcome on in. You have to excuse, I've just got out of the tub. And it's boiling hot here. Hi, welcome to Codes of Harmony. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being you. Thank you for all that you are. The good, the bad, the dark, the light. What's out in the open and what is hidden behind. I accept and embrace you for all of it. And I hope one day you will do the same. By the way, the chat's open. All right. Funny energy. Whose guides are these? Let's see. Okay, so rose quartz is significant here. Now, what stack are we going to use tonight? Let's see. Thank you for your patience. Okay. Shall we? Okay, that just reminded me of like dancing. Maybe somebody wants to dance with you. And the message that is coming through is a TV crew is gagged about your talent and beauty. I don't know who this message is for, but obviously you're very talented and very beautiful. And of course, there's no gender in tarot. Some would even say that gender is questionable in general. That depends. You know, there's so many people that come to this channel, different denominations. That's like domination, isn't it? Please give me clear and divine guidance. Let's have a look at our fact or fiction. Fact or fiction. So this is kind of fun. Sometimes I go to an op shop and I get cards that aren't cards for tarot, but they're cards. You should try it. Maybe you're a tarot reader. Maybe you're, I just heard some kind of magic being. Magic being of light is what I heard. Please give me clear and divine guidance. Be most beneficial for everyone involved. Oh, spicy energy today. So you may be an actor, you may be a performer, you may be some kind of, you know, somebody who loves the theater. You may be somebody who has some kind of deeper understanding of the truth of life, the truth of the stage, the truth of what is hidden behind the general play. What have we got? Oh, so this is in questions and answers. Oh, that. Let me do this one. Question. Martin Luther King Jr. got a C grade in public speaking at theological college. Fact or fiction? What do you reckon? Is that fact or fiction, guys? I'll repeat it for you. Martin Luther King Jr. got a C grade in public speaking at theological college. Fact or fiction? What do you think? Star 1X1. No? You don't know the answer? The answer is fact. It happened more than once. Well, that's also like saying it's a fact that there's like bigotry, right? Let's get another one. This may be symbolic for you. It could be in your family. It could be in your home life. It could be in relationships. It could be romantic. I'm seeing New York skyline. New York. These streets will make you feel brand new. Is that spill? Did someone say inspire you? Wow. Inspiration is important. You may be amused. You may be, connected to somebody who's very inspiring to you. It's so important that you acknowledge the people who inspire you. There are more. Oh, fuck. There are over 200 moons in our solar system. Fact or fiction? Do you know? Do you know the answer? Fact or fiction? There are over 200 moons in our solar system. Fact or fiction? You saw me shuffle the cards. The answer is it's a fact. 200! I didn't realize that. Wow. One more card from the fact or fiction. Please give me clear and divine guidance to be most beneficial. You may be an Aries, you may be a Pisces, you may be a Scorpio, you may be a Sagittarius, you may be a Leo, you may be a Cancer sign, you may be a, did I say Pisces? What have we got here? Ooh. That's funny. Oof. Okay. Question. The longest English word has more than 100,000 letters. Fact or fiction? Fact. It's a technical term for the chemical composition of the protein titin or titin. I'm not sure. I'm not a scientist, although I have been told that I should be studied. I never knew how to take that when someone said that to me. Like, who just says you should be studied? It's like, if you just study me, you're actually missing out on a whole lot, Because there's something about studying somebody that's from afar, right? Maybe you are from overseas, maybe you're traveling soon, maybe you're being moved soon, maybe the divine is wanting you to move homes. I just heard the confessional booth is open. Maybe some of you need to go to the confessional booth. Maybe some of you are Catholic, maybe some of you grew up in a church or a church group, or maybe a dance group, maybe a singing group. I just heard K-pop. K-pop, don't stop. That makes me think of, what's it called? That cereal that's what is that cereal called? I can't remember. Please give me clear and divine guidance to be most beneficial for everyone involved. Big Pisces energy. What have we got here? The Knight of Cups with an eel. That's funny. I saw an eel today. Whoa, such big energy coming through. I just heard old Hollywood. Six of Arrows. That is such a beautiful card. Wow. Some of you might be going to an audition soon. Maybe these images symbolize something to you. Please give me clear and divine guidance to be most beneficial. That's Joan Sutherland. Maybe you live in the South. Maybe your name is Joan. Maybe your name is Gnome. That's funny. Maybe you like gnomes. Maybe your name is Sutherland. Something about that. There's such a revolutionary energy going on here. Whatever you're doing, you're really breaking norms. And I want you to know that the more you speak your truth, the more you stand up to those trying to oppress you, the more the world will become a better place. I also want to send my love to anybody that's lost anybody recently. Please give me clear and divine guidance to be most beneficial for everyone involved. Four of Cups. Four of Cups is that energy of looking but not realizing what's in front of you. Looking but not realizing what's being offered to you. Please give me clear and divine guidance to be most beneficial for everyone involved. I channeled a message recently about not being able to buy love, though you can definitely lose love if you do not know its worth. So maybe some of you have recently lost somebody. Of course, that could be in the physical, that could be in the metaphysical, that could be somebody who has been connected to you in any kind of way. Just clearing the energy. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all that you are. Please give me clear and divine guidance to be most beneficial for everyone involved. I'm hearing, I'm not trying to wreck your party. I'm just trying to stop people getting murdered. I'm not trying to wreck your party. I'm just trying to make it a safer world. Marsha, Marsha, Marsha. I'm hearing Marsha, Marsha. Maybe your name is Marsha. Maybe you're connected to Marsha. Please give me clear and divine guidance. Be most beneficial. There's a heat wave here, by the way. That makes me think of a song. What song is that? Oof. All right. Let me get back in just one moment. Let me just I've just got to get the telepathic telephone. I'll be right back in a moment. Okay. Let's do a little blessing together, hey? Maybe you like the opera? I don't normally play opera. It just feels like a dramatic kind of day. Maybe that's because it's a heat wave. Okay. So the word revelation keeps coming up. Maybe you've had a revelation. Maybe you are a revelation. Calling in protection. Calling in ancestral guidance. Okay, so heavily protected is what I'm hearing. You know, as a woman, I've been very much feeling drawn to have extra pride in my body, in all I've survived, in all the ways I am one, and I am who I am. Maybe you're a feminist, maybe you're in love with a feminist, maybe you're reading feminist literature. But this energy of the Four of Cups is definitely not realizing what is in front of you. This can be past, present, or in the future. So keep an eye out for that. Of course, every time that there is a, I was about to say Three of Swords. Every time there's a Three of Swords, there is an opportunity to learn. Every time there is a Three of Swords, there is an opportunity to learn. To learn more about yourself, to learn more about the world around you, to learn about what you will and will not put up with. And I'm hearing that this is part of the inspirational way that you handle yourself and the way that you come through for the world, right? And we need more people speaking truth. You know, that's for sure. Please give me clear and divine guidance, the most beneficial for everyone involved. There might be a heat wave where you are. So every scar on your heart teaches you something. Every time your heart breaks a little bit, you learn more about love. Every time you learn to love more and more, you are also risking the capacity for your heart to be broken. There's big energy coming through. Whose guides are these? Something about the number 4. I'm also hitting 3, 2, 1. That's almost like a countdown, isn't it? And I keep seeing this film studio. I'm hearing these people are gagged, gagging. Although gagged is also like, what's that word? I don't know how to explain it in like lawyer term, but there's also this thing about when you sign something and then it can make you like not be able to speak about something that's occurred or something that is occurring. Yeah. I'm seeing a telephone screen. That's funny because here's a telephone screen. New York, New York. New York, New York. Isn't that called the Big Apple? Is that what they call it? Apples may be your favorite fruit. 5 of bows. I don't think I can show that on YouTube, unfortunately. Something about medieval times. Something about San Francisco. I did channel about a tidal wave, so be careful if you're anywhere near where there is likely to be a tidal wave. Something about Indonesia. Something about Switzerland. Something about a city starting with M. Two of Stones, challenge. Something could be challenging you. You could be challenged to step into this role. There could be somebody else trying to challenge your position. Some call it destiny swapping. I don't personally believe in destiny swapping in the way that I see it spoken about in this community. Please give me clear and divine guidance who are most beneficial for everyone involved. 8 of Arrows. Struggle. Someone could be in the snow. Which is funny because I'm here in a heat wave, right? Oh, by the way, global warming is real, for anyone who didn't know. Struggle. Oh, these are the people trying to struggle to stop thinking about you. And they're struggling to not want you for this particular role, is what I'm hearing. So who knows, it could be your big break. Something about the Ottoman Empire. Something about spiders. What's that thing called? Spidey sense. Do witches have spidey sense? Good witch is only on this channel. You know, witch is actually a white word. Like, witch is like, that's funny because there are white witches. But witch is like a word that has been pushed onto, transposed onto many magic practices connected to ancient cultures, connected to indigenous cultures, connected to black cultures, connected to places that are not America, are not England, places that are not considered the developed world, places that are not considered the Western world. And so this term witch and the idea of witchcraft was really brought across the oceans in missionary ships, right? You may be connected to something like that. Ace of Stones, foundation of life. Some of you could go hiking soon. Some of you may be connected to the mountains. Something about Sedona. Sedona has like so much beautiful scenery. Please give me clear and divine guidance, be most beneficial for everyone involved. I'm seeing a big clock striking 12. Something about midnight magic. That makes me think of the midnight train. Something about Georgia. Something about Georgia. And there's something about the polarities changing in the entire planet, but they're not talking to me about the polarities of the earth. They're talking to me about the polarities of the human hierarchy, okay? 7 of Vessels. Choices. You need to make some choices. And apparently you are the choice. You are. Highly recommended. Highly protected. Extremely talented. The shaman can't make it up. There are all sorts of magic. There's all sorts of ways that we connect with the other world. There are all sorts of ways that we speak through the veil. There are all sorts of ways to express love, to express wonder, to express your connection with the other side. There's all sorts of ways that spirits speak to us. You may have spirits speaking to you. I'm hearing one of you go to a park where there is a ghost that speaks to you. We have the Knight of Bows. Something about foxes. Foxes, you may have red hair. You may be connected to someone with red hair. Please give me clear and divine guidance. Something about mad scientists. That's such a funny term, isn't it? Something about Jekyll and Hyde. Something about an apology that did not come from the heart. And a heart that only found itself after the lie had been sown. Please give me clear and divine guidance to be most beneficial for everyone involved. Something about pineapples. The Woodman. I'm hearing if you had just spoken to me and done the right thing, how different your story would be. I'm seeing a storybook. You know, I recently had this interaction with this bigot who was a white person who I thought was a friend, who thought I'd never read a book before. Like, because I didn't want to read the book in front of an entire room of people. She actually said this to other white people too. Like, if she just read a book, she'd really like it. Excuse me. Anyways, I digress. That makes me think of Degrassi High. That's a TV show here in so-called Australia. I'm not trying to wreck any party. You know what's really radical? Is having joy and having fun when the oppressors are praying and wishing and pushing for everything but that. However, many of you are about to have something that is going to change everything. And something about the hierarchy of the entire human population, the polarity is changing. They keep showing it to me like that. Something like if you took like an egg timer and you like flipped it upside down, or like, you know, one of those hourglass timers and you flipped it upside down. They're showing me that, but it's something about hierarchy. So like the mean girls and the mean boys and the mean thems are now the, I hate this term. I don't want to say it. It's a term that I don't like using. It starts with L. It ends in R. Something about society turning itself inside out because of an earth angel who would not just lay down. Something about the South. Something about orcas. Something about Portugal. And something about people who refuse to acknowledge the magic that they saw before them. Let's get a new deck. Please give me clear and divine guidance be most beneficial for everyone involved. Underneath we have the King of Vessels. That's the King of Hearts. The King of Hearts, which of course is divine masculine, often a water sign energy, often, well, when a water sign is in balance, they express their emotions, you know, because that's the superpower of water signs. Please give me clear and divine guidance. Let's use the trafficking. Some of you may have had a traffic incident. Some of you may know about somebody being trafficked. Some of you may be fighting against trafficking. Please give me clear and divine guidance be most beneficial for everyone involved. Messages for the collective, for the divine harmonic collective. Thank you for your patience. I have been taking some time off doing research. Knight of Wands, fire sign energy. There's a message that's going to arrive very soon. Somebody needs to unburden themselves. And your spirit guides want you to know this is part of the rising of your star. We have the Ten of Cups. The rising of your star, you may be coming into fame, fortune, notoriety. It's something about a TV crew. You could be a writer. I just saw a room of people laughing. Something about Harriet Tubman. She freed slaves. She was very smart, apparently. Oh. Okay. The Eight of Swords, struggle. Good news is it's in reverse, which means you will be coming out of this energy sometime very soon. Is that lighting too much? And then we have the Justice card. Sweet, sweet justice. Please give me clear and divine guidance that'll be most beneficial for everyone involved. The chat's open, by the way. What are those purple things? Okay, so we have the Knight of Wands, the Ten of Cups, the Eight of Swords, but you're coming out of that energy as justice will prevail. Please give me clear and divine guidance here, most beneficial for everyone involved. Clarification. Okay, so the message that's coming through with the Knight of Wands, which is going to happen very soon, is somehow connected to the Six of Swords, which traditionally speaks of moving to safer waters. Which is interesting because we had a water sign coming through. We then have the Ten of Cups, which is the ultimate happiness, the ultimate love that you can have. Oh, this light is so intense. I mean, I like intense, but not in my mood lighting. Is that better? Come on now. Okay. Clarified by the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles, just clearing the energy. The Queen of Pentacles is divine earth sign energy. You may be an earth sign. You may be connected to an earth sign. Maybe somebody who has Virgo in their charts. Maybe not. Please give me clear and divine guidance. So what is this coming out of this energy for the collective, please? Messages for the collective. Thank you, Spirit. Please give me clear and divine guidance, the most beneficial for everyone involved. The cards don't lie, right? Some people lie, but at least the cards don't lie. And that is being clarified by the card of collaboration. It seems it is time for somebody to collaborate. And that's interesting because there is some kind of film crew, some kind of camera crew, some kind of creative industry that has its eyes set upon you, right? We then have the Justice card. Let's clarify the Justice card together. Please give me clear and divine guidance. That'll be most beneficial for everyone involved. Something about there being justice for wrongs done in the astral space. Okay, clarification for the Knight of Wands and the Six of Swords. Moving to calmer waters, moving to safety. And a message that is coming from a Knight of Wands. That is coming through with the Six of Wands, which speaks of recognition. That could be connected to this film crew that is gagging to talk to you. That is gagged, which could obviously be a legal term. I think I mentioned that before. It's so funny. There's so many different legal terms. I don't know them all, obviously. Yeah, recognition. That's nice. I just heard pay the Black women who inspire you. Pay the Indigenous women who inspire you. Pay the queers who inspire you. Pay the artists for their artwork. Oh, Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands is fiery energy. It is a new beginning in creation. The chat's open, by the way, if anyone has any questions from the cards. No? Okay then. Let's keep moving on. Please give me clear and divine guidance to be most beneficial for everyone involved. Oof. Okay, so something about the Justice card, the Nine of Swords, which of course is the 3 a.m. card, the keeping you up late at night card. But this has something to do with justice coming into wrongs done in the astral space, wrongs done in the subconscious space, wrongs done at night time. Some of you may be involved in some kind of practice. And the King of Swords, air sign energy, very direct, very clever, very sharp with the mind. You may be an air sign, you may be connected to air signs. Something about LA, getting a lot of interruptions. I'm getting a lot of interference and interruptions coming through. I'm seeing a beautiful smile. Temperance, divine balance. I just heard divine union, divine balance. And again, I'm hearing you cannot buy love. You can lose it if you do not know its worth. Something about graffiti. Something about lines drawn in the sand. Something about Jehovah's Witnesses. He may be connected to some kind of church or church group. Amazing. We have an air sign in the house. And if the same cards keep following you, that means there's a deeper message. We have the star sign, star card. Star sign is Aquarius. I'm getting a lot of interruptions. Somebody's spirit guides is like really... Yeah. So there's something about Aquarius energy. Let's see what else comes, and something about the King of Cups. Please give us clear and divine guidance to be most beneficial for everyone involved. And something about the Ace of Cups. Is one of you in love? It seems like somebody's in love here. If we have the star, somebody sees you as a star, which is interesting because we did get a message about a TV crew gagging, just gagging to get a hold of you, gagging to talk to you. We then have the King of Cups. This could be your divine union. This could be somebody who has divine masculine energy that is like in balance with expressing their emotions, with acknowledging, with valuing love, with making sure that they express love to their highest potential is what I'm hearing. And the Ace of Cups, that's a new beginning. So that may be for you, dear air sign, but who knows? These messages are for many, right? So please only take what resonates and leave what does not. Something about the next full moon, something about the ocean, and something about permaculture. Permaculture is like a way of gardening where it's like in tune with nature. So maybe it's also about you connecting with nature. You should definitely go to the park more. You should definitely lay on your back and look up at the beautiful trees. something about competition, but really this card can also speak of different parts of you competing with other parts of you, or an old version of yourself competing with the new you, is what I'm hearing. Please let me clear and divine guidance be most beneficial for everyone involved. Yeah, something about the old you and the new you competing. And then we have the 10 of Pentacles, which is a good sign because we did pick up on the 10 of Cups before. Messages for the collective. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. Thank you for all that you are. Something about plagiarism. And something about the energy of like when the Chariot card, the Chariot moves, it's like once something that is impactful and heavy and powerful, once that's moving, it cannot be stopped. And that is something that a lot of people forget about the Chariot card, is that it has an unstoppable energy, and it has something that will continue to evolve and grow. And it's kind of like you can't necessarily maneuver which way the Chariot's going to go, but you know that it's going to have a big impact wherever it lands, you know? And so you have to be very careful when you're working with the energy of the Chariot card. This can be clear and divine guidance, be most beneficial for everyone involved. We then have the Empress. The Empress card speaks of abundance, of potential, of kinetic energy, of nature, of the garden, of the eternal womb of Mother Gaia, of the divine feminine, and of having all of the powers of the other queens. All of the divine gifts that belong to the other queens are embodied in anyone that holds this energy, regardless of your gender, regardless of if you have ever or could ever birth a child. This definitely holds the energy and frequency of creation. Well, is there anything else that I need to cover? Oh yeah, that's Aries energy. You could be an Aries. You could be connected to an Aries. Let's close it off with some oracle cards. Which oracle cards should we work with? Thank you again for being here, especially if you're just returning. I heard somebody say, damn. Damn, that's the energy, isn't it, though? That's the energy. Don't it always seem to go? You don't know what you've got till it's gone. You pave paradise, put up a parking lot. Shoo, ba, 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 ba. Shoo, ba, 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 ba. Took all the trees, put them in a tree museum. Then they charge the people $1.50 just to see him. Please, don't it always seem to go? Don't know what you got till it's gone. Something about abusive cheerleaders. Yuck. Eek. Ooh. Something about Clockwork Orange. I mean, I can make it through most movies. That's an intense movie. Oof. Something about oracles being a mirror. And united we stand, divided we fall, is what I'm hearing. You have the candy cane angel, who speaks of it's time for a treat. We have the angel of alchemy, which speaks of a miracle. A miracle could be about to arrive. We have the absinthe fairy, which speaks of intoxication, distorted view, and overindulgence. Definitely something to be aware of. Please give us clear and divine guidance. Some closing messages for the collective. The dried flower fairy, sweet memories. This is the energy in the collective is very up in the air at the moment. And it's so important that people really understand what's actually important in life at the moment and move that way and act that way and live that way. Because you never know when I want to send a blanket of love out to anybody that needs it at this time. And something around boundaries. And I keep seeing an hourglass timer being flipped upside down and the polarities switching. And then finally, we finish off with Voodoo in Blue with a back off. Something about pink and green, which is, of course, the heart chakra colors, right? Okay, well, I may be coming back with another reading tomorrow. Maybe even some meditations. There's a whole bunch bigger messages coming through about the whole collective, and I just don't know. I just don't know if I just don't know how much the world can handle hearing at the moment. But I'm definitely channeling a lot of big messages about the entire world and about the whole collective. Yeah, there's something about sweet memories. Maybe somebody in this film crew or this like director's agency, or for some of you it'll be something different. It'll be like a business opportunity. For some of you it could be love, obviously, as always. And for some of you this will be a creative opportunity. Maybe for some of you it could be all. Wouldn't that be magic? Wouldn't that just be a wonder, right? I don't want to end it with that card. Yeah, maybe there's some protective magic that you should be doing at this time. And just being honest with yourself about who you really are and who you want to be. same cards have come out again. Sweet memories. And then somehow the death card, and I don't know how that just happens, but the death card, and which of course is Scorpio energy, and the King of Wands has come out, which is both some big energy. And there's definitely a need to pray to your ancestors. If some of you feel like you've done things that you know your ancestors are not happy with or proud of or okay with, now is a good time to make amends, whether that's with people in the physical or in the other realms. And it feels like we've got some interruptions coming through just as we hit 51, 14, 16, 17, 18, 19, 51, 20 on the tick over clock. And then we have the Fairy of the Highlands. It's time to be brave. This has been coming through a lot. Now is the time to be brave. I can lend you some of my bravery if it helps. So much love from Codes of Harmony.